Wait, let me stop. I don't know if that's copywritten or what, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, it's your boy. Wait, let's do that again. It's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Know what I mean? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my man, Lucario. You know what I'm saying? My man been putting it down heavy lately. You feel me? So shout out to my mans in them. Who in there? We got James Brown. We got Maestro. We got Bernie L. We got Sun Super, Tor Star. You feel me? What's going on with all of y'all? Jakazu V2. Yo, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out with a player. You feel me? True Color. Prince Johnny. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do this shit real quick, man. It's ain't nothing crazy. But I saw this video with PJ Tucker, and he was talking about how he saw a video of himself and his own conduct, and he said it was sickening to him. Like it was something that was sick to his stomach, seeing himself behave in a certain light, and him being able to see himself forced him to grow up as a man. And so last night I did a show with Ed Farr, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ed Zone, Ed Farr. We do a show like every week and, we talk about different things. And I was talking about how getting to know yourself, getting to understand your identity is not just about knowing who you are when everything is good. You know what I'm saying? It's also very instrumental and very critical for you to understand a part of who you are when you're not looking good, when you're not being shown in the best light. You understand what I'm saying? So it has a lot to do with getting to know yourself. So I just wanted to, I want to play this video real quick, talk a little bit, then I'm gonna take a couple calls, then I'm gonna get out of here because it ain't. But you know what? Before I do all of that, there's something else that I must do, and y'all know what that is. And y'all was gonna let me do that and not even put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. Where we at? I have trouble finding this shit all the time. Hold on. There we go. Let's go get it.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Man, don't know accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game, man. Because dick is a gift. Let me show y'all niggas how dick is a gift. I'm gonna show y'all niggas real quick. And I want y'all to understand that this is I want y'all to see that dick is a gift. I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop that. I gotta stop. That's wrong. That's bad. But dick is a gift. I want y'all to understand that shit. Nigga. Oh man, I'll be wilding. That's fucked up. Anyway, listen. All right. So back to PJ Tucker. So he had an experience, and I'm gonna play the video. First, I'm gonna play a video of him talking about life in general, right? And about because what happened is he started off. He left. He went to school in Texas, and he was like All-American and all this, and then he got drafted to the Toronto Raptors. But for whatever reason, he didn't get a chance to play, and he was kind of riding the bench, and he didn't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he came from being a star in college to being a bench warmer in the NBA. So this is him talking about that, right? You know, when it first happened. So here we go.
After the draft, played in Toronto. After with the Raptors, quick stint, I went to Europe for a few years, and now I'm back with the Suns, signed with the Phoenix Suns. The biggest part overseas is growing maturity-wise as a man. You have to really, over there you don't have your mom or your dad under you. You got to really mature as a man to be able to play and really.
You hear that? He said you got to mature as a man to be able to play. Because understand, this is after he was in Toronto riding the bench. He left college, got drafted by the NBA, so he thought he was the shit, but he was on the bench. You understand? And then he got cut by the Toronto Raptors and had to go to Europe. And then he realized, you got to mature as a man to play. You understand? Keep listening.
To be able to step up and, work on your game every day to get.
Step up and work on your game every day. Step up and work on your game every day. Keep listening. Keep listening. Pull it back just a little bit.
The man to be able to play and really to be able to step over there. You don't have your mom or your dad under you. You got to really mature as a man to be able to play and really to be able to step up and, work on your game every day to get better, to be able to achieve goals, to, keep playing. You want to pursue your career as a basketball player. You got to keep getting better every year. I think it impacts every part of your life.
Understand. You gotta step up, mature as a man to play the game. You understand? Now, yes, I know he's talking about basketball, but it's pretty much the same shit, guys. It ain't really nothing different. The game is a game is a game. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Now, what I want to show, what I want to share with you. So he was on this podcast. I think it was JJ Redick has a podcast where he interviews different NBA players, and I want you to listen to his experience. And him talking about his experience being on the Toronto Raptors, getting, riding the bench and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna just let it play so you can hear what's going on.
I don't know, like Draymond Green went to the perfect situation, right? It was like he fit in. It's like perfect. Or you can go to situations where you just don't fit, right? Like.
So I think if I'm not mistaken, he came into the league. He got drafted the same time that Draymond Green got drafted. Draymond Green ended up going to the Golden State Warriors, and he ended up going to the Toronto Raptors. So he's saying that Draymond Green was lucky enough to get into a situation where his skills fit the team, and so he was able to excel after being on on being on Golden State. In his case, it was a little bit different. You understand? So now he's talking about his case, right? So I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
Like Draymond Green went to the perfect situation, right? It was like he fit in. It's like perfect. Or you can go to situations where you just don't fit, right? Like I went to a situation where we had a bunch of wings, 4 3s, 4s. Like we had a bunch of wings. It just was a lot of guys, and they were all vets. It was some guys trying to find their way, but everybody had played. And so me coming in that mix, it just nobody was helping me, right? It was like I was like competition. So and I didn't play. And that was tough for me, like not getting a chance to really play because you'll come from college, you're all American, all these things. You go to NBA and you're thinking, all right, now I'm about to do it here, and you don't.
You see? So like I was saying, he was in college, he was all American. He was getting he was celebrated. So he was feeling himself. You understand what I'm saying? He was feeling himself. So when everything was all good, everything was all good, right? But now you come into the NBA and you realize, hey, you on a team where it's not necessary for you to play. So now you got to ride the bench. But I'm going to let him continue.
I did not react to that well. I didn't. I was terrible. I was really bad. Like I was so right before practice. I was just doing whatever I wanted. Like I was like, I'm not playing. I don't care. You know, not knowing that they'll cut you. Like they'll let you go. You know, like, and it's funny now because I try to help so many young guys now that when I see them acting like me or doing stuff, I'll be like all over them. Like, nah, like not letting me go down that path. So, but I got to the end of that year and I got called in for a meeting. I was in the G League. I came back. They sent me down. I came back. It was like April, right before the playoffs. Playoffs about to start. And Sam Mitchell just won Coach of the Year. We're doing pretty good. And they called me in for a meeting. And I walk up and everybody's sitting in there. I mean, the GM, the president, they're all, Colangelo, they're all sitting in there. It's like, what's up? Like, coach in there. They got like the TV, right? And they like show before the game, during the game, and after the game, just showing me on the bench. Pre-game, they like had it, they taped it all. It was terrible.
You see his face? Do you see his face? Now, understand, this is him sitting here as a champion because he just won the other day with the Bucks, with Giannis and them. So he's sitting here, a champion speaking, but you see his face. He's thinking back to the story and thinking about the situation, thinking about how he walked into the room and the Toronto Raptors, board CEOs and all the people that run the team. They had a video of him riding the bench and showing his behavior and his attitude. He wasn't, he probably would look salty. He probably wasn't cheering on the team. He probably wasn't being a good, teammate to his brethren. You understand? And they were showing this to him. And even now he's thinking back to that day and he's disgusted. But I'm going to let him continue.
To this day, it makes me sick to my stomach.
You see?
Thinking about it.
Because of the way you were portrayed or because they actually did that? Because you wish you could have been better.
Oh, no, nothing about them. They should have. That is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Notice. He was sick to his stomach seeing himself act like an asshole because he was upset about the fact that he wasn't playing in his first year in the NBA. But now, after he matured as a man, he realized it was one of the best things that ever, even though he was sick to his stomach, he realized that it was one of the best things that ever happened to him. Huh? Because he actually got to see himself. This is what I'm talking about. Getting to know yourself is not always easy. It's not always, just beautiful, like, oh yeah, I'm that fly nigga and everything is all good. No, sometimes somebody got to show you yourself and say to yourself, and you say to yourself, God damn, I'm an asshole. You understand? God damn, that's not right. I need to represent myself better. You understand? Sometimes you have to really look at yourself in the mirror. This is what we talk about when we talk about identity, when we talk about real purpose, not just trying to take your mind off of talking to women because you're too scared to approach. Not that purpose. I'm talking about real purpose. You understand? This is what we talk about when we talk about identity, when we talk about masculinity, manhood, and taking it away from your ego and trying to really learn who the fuck you are and what you really want out of this life. Because what does this man want? He wants to play. He wants to be a great basketball player. It just so happened that the team he went to, they didn't really need him that season. And he was riding the bench. And instead of being a professional, he was being an asshole. And they showed it to him. Imagine somebody calls you into a room and they don't say nothing. They just tell you to look at the TV. And it's just images of you being a fucking asshole. Images of you not representing yourself correctly. Images of you wilding out and shitting on your family name and misrepresenting your own identity and your last name and your whole family and everything that you think that you represent. Imagine. Now, in this situation, he could have went in there and been like, man, fuck y'all. Why y'all showing me this? I don't give a fuck. Y'all not playing me. I'm on the bench, so what the fuck? I don't care. But no, what happened? It turned his stomach. Because sometimes when you're in the picture, it's hard for you to see the picture. You understand? Sometimes when you're in the motion of it, you're inside the situation, it's hard for you to see what's actually going on objectively. So this situation, they actually did something good for him. They gave him the opportunity to objectively see himself. And with that information, he was able to say to himself, nah, that's not how I want to represent myself anymore. I want to be professional and I want to be great. But I'm gonna continue a little bit more. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
The TV, right? And they like show before the game, during the game, and after the game, just showing me on the bench. Pre-game, they like had it. They taped it all. It was terrible. To this day, it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it.
Because of the way you were portrayed, or because they actually did that? Because you wish you could have been better.
Oh no, nothing about them. They should have. That is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Wow. Because it was like I couldn't. That's why, and that was probably why I didn't told the story, because I couldn't tell my mom that I couldn't. Come on.
See, notice what he said. Notice what he said. I didn't even want to tell the story, and it's not something that I even wanted to share with my family, right? Because I was letting my ego and my emotions control my actions instead of focusing on my true goal and objective. And what's your true goal and objective? To be a great basketball player. Is that the action of a great basketball player? No. You want to be a good basketball player, you got to support your team. You got to be a good teammate. You got to show enthusiasm for the situation that you're in. You have to be grateful, just like what I talked about on the show yesterday. You got to be grateful. You can't be salty. You can't be an asshole. You can't choose to be negative and treat people like shit just because you're unhappy. No, you got to figure out a way to find the good in whatever it is you're going through so you can keep going. You understand? Because a lot of times when we pay too much attention to the negative and we make decisions based off of ego and emotion, most times we make the wrong decision. I'm going to let him continue.
You could have been better.
Oh no, nothing about them. They should have. That is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Wow. Because it was like I couldn't. That's why, and that was probably why I didn't told the story, because I couldn't tell my mom that I couldn't. Come on, I'm an adult. Nobody can judge me harder than I judge myself, and that was the first time I seen myself.
See that? That was the first time he seen himself. You understand? That's the first time he's seen himself. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about identity and ego. That's two different things. See, ego has a lot to do with feelings. Ego has a lot to do with how you think you look. You understand? But your actual identity is how you really look. And again, they didn't say anything to him in the meeting. They just showed him the images, the live images of himself. They didn't say anything to him like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this and blah, blah. No, they called him into the room and just showed him the footage. I'm gonna let him talk.
Come on. Like, I'm an adult. Nobody can judge me harder than I judge myself. And that was the first time I seen myself in that light. And I was like, okay.
Did you realize it at the time, or did it?
No, of course not.
So it was like you weren't being intentional about it. You weren't intentionally trying to be an asshole.
I really wasn't, but it's just, if nobody helps you, but I didn't have vets on the team, guys on there grabbing me, how we do younger guys now. If I would have somebody, maybe I wouldn't have, but I didn't know because nobody told me. No guys, nobody, it just wasn't like that.
Did they cut you right after the season?
They cut me before the playoffs, right going into the playoffs.
Basically,
last week of the season.
After that meeting.
Yeah,
sometime
right after that.
And so did you wait around to see if any deals would come up, or did you immediately just to say, I'm going to go overseas and play?
I immediately wanted to go overseas. Right away. I got some we started, I was like, I'm out. I got an offer, I was out.
And that was because you wanted to play. You were like, I just want to hoop.
I want to play.
Yeah.
I want to play.
So I was gonna ask about this. You killed overseas. You won, I think, 2 league finals MVP, 2 league championships, one in Israel, one in Germany.
Yep.
Sort of the second time around, besides that part of it, and I was hoping you sort of touched on that, because it is a mindset shift you have to make when you don't succeed early on in your career. Do you think there was anything else with the way the league was changing that helped you have more success the second time around? Because when we were drafted, you were sort of positionless.
1,000.
Yeah, they're gonna start getting into positions and more basketball technical shit. But again, understand that PJ Tucker is now a friggin' champion. PJ Tucker is now a champion, and that's because he took an experience. He took an experience and allowed it to help him mature as a man. That part I played earlier where he was like, look, when you're overseas, it's kind of like you have to begin to mature. You have to mature as a man in order to play the game. And that's what happened to him. You understand? He was able to see the wrong in his actions. He was able to see himself, and he was able to grow. He was able to grow, and he didn't lash out, and he didn't act crazy. He took his lumps, and he allowed it to help him grow as a man. You understand? And that's something that I saw the video today, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to share it with you guys because I want y'all to see that things in life happen, and it's not about what happens. It's about how you respond to it. You understand? Because like I said, this guy PJ Tucker, he was in Texas as a college basketball player, and he was All-American, and he got drafted to the NBA. And he thought, I'm about to go to the NBA. I'm about to kill out here. I'm about to do my thing. And he rode the bench. And he didn't, he was purposely late to practice. He was mad, and he was salty, acting like a bitch. Basically acting like a bitch ass nigga because he wasn't getting no minutes. You understand what I'm saying? And it happens sometimes. It really happens sometimes. But what happened? He took his lumps. They showed him the video of himself acting unprofessionally, and he went overseas. And a lot of guys would give up after coming to the NBA and riding the bench. A lot of guys would have done that. A lot of guys would have just been like, man, fuck this basketball shit. But see, he knew what his true purpose was. He was like, I love to play. So I'm going to put myself in position to play. You understand? And so Toronto cut him. Toronto Raptors cut his ass for being a dick, for being an asshole, and for not supporting his team, for showing up late and not being professional. And he realized the error of his ways, and they cut him, basically waived his contract. So he basically got kicked out the NBA. And then he said, you know what? He looked at himself in the mirror and said, what do I want? He's like, well, I want to play basketball. So how can I do that? Well, I could go overseas and I could get paid to play basketball over there. And that's what he did. He went overseas for a few years and came and then did good enough work and came, he won a couple league championships over there and came back to the NBA and played for the Phoenix Suns. And then I think he was on the Houston Rockets, and then he went over to the Milwaukee Bucks. And he was a defensive force to be reckoned with. He basically helped shut down the Nets so Milwaukee could get to imagine he went to go play the Suns, which was a team that drafted him when he came back to the NBA the second time. And then he won a championship over them. You understand? And now he plays for the Miami Heat. But now he's a champion. So I really just want to show guys that, listen, man, this is, going through life and maturing as a man and getting to know yourself. It's not always a clear path to getting to know who you are, but you have to be brave enough to make decisions and move forward. You understand? You have to have that courage. You have to have that confidence. And even if you don't have confidence, you still got to just do it. You still got to just fucking do it. You still got to just make a choice and go. You understand? Make a choice and go, because if you don't make a choice and if you don't go, you're not making progress. Because like I said, he got cut by the Toronto Raptors. You understand? He could have just sat on his ass and said, man, fuck this, and got fat and out of shape. But what did he say? He said, yo, I am meant to be a great basketball player. So I'm going to go overseas where they want me, because they got offers. You understand? He got offers to go overseas. Most niggas be like, man, I ain't going overseas. I got to learn a new language. I got to do this. I got to do that. I ain't never been out the country. I've been in America all my life. I don't know nothing about that. He was like, nah, fuck that. I want to go over there and play. And he won league championships over there. Just like Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury basically got kicked out the NBA, and he went over to China and became a damn superstar. You understand? He had a freaking dynasty over it. I think he won like 2 or 3 championships back to back. You feel me? But I just wanted to share this because I want to show guys that it's not always, favorable. Going through life and becoming a man and getting to know who you are as a man is not always pretty. Sometimes it could be painful. Sometimes it could be disappointing. So every time that you guys holler at a female or some shit and she tells you, something that you don't want to hear, it ain't for you to fucking let your ego and your feelings get hurt. And then for you to call up me and Lucario talking about, yo, I had to charge this girl to the gate. We don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know you only calling up and telling us that because you feel hurt. You understand? But it's not for you to feel hurt. It's for you to take it and use it. Take the experience and use it as a reason to learn about yourself. Take the experience and use it as a reason for you to continue to move forward and become a man. Get closer to your identity. You understand that the problem is a lot of dudes, just like we was talking about on the show with Ed last night, is that a lot of guys don't want to feel pain. A lot of guys don't want to be disappointed. But I got news for you. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen no matter what the fuck you do. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. You are going to be disappointed. A chick is gonna flake. A chick is her schedule is gonna do whatever. She's gonna go see that other guy. You understand? That's why your game gotta be tight. That's why you gotta know what the hell you want. That's why it's so important. So even if a chick does flake, you could do your next best. Just like PJ Tucker, he got kicked out the NBA. What did he do? His next best move. You understand? OG players to tell you, young blood, make your next move your best move. You understand? That's what the OG players to tell you. Make your next move your best move. You understand? Don't sit there and feel sorry for yourself on some ego shit, on some emotional shit. You're a fucking man. You're a man. It's your job to deal with disappointment and keep moving forward. You understand? That's what you're here for. That's how you build tougher skin. That's how you build character. Look at PJ Tucker now. He's a fucking champion. And no one can take none of that shit away from him. He's a goddamn champion. but he learned a lot of lessons along the way. You understand? He learned a lot of great things about himself, especially along the way. And he came back into the league a defensive monster. He basically nobody could shut Kevin Durant down, but he basically shut the rest of the fucking team down. You understand what I'm saying? And didn't allow, and he shut, who else he shut down? I think he shut, man, I forgot the light-skinned dude name on the Suns. But not Chris Paul, but the other dude. Shut him down. You know what I'm saying? But in all of those years of, hard lessons and disappointment, that's what made him as strong as he is today. So now he can use all of those lessons in his character. Right. His name is Devin something. Use all of those lessons in his character. Devin Booker. Right. He shut him down. He made him a non-factor in the finals. You understand? But again, that's because he learned all those lessons, bro. That he grew. He developed tough skin. He developed strong character from all those disappointments, from getting cut from the team, from having to play overseas, and all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? And he said it. He said you gotta mature as a man to play the game, and it affects all aspects of your life. You know what I'm saying? So I saw these videos, and I wanted to share that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to share that. Y'all going crazy in the chat. But if anybody want to call in, you know what I'm saying, I'll take some calls. I'll take some calls real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all want to put a question in the chat, we could do that, and then I'll answer questions. But I just want guys to understand that this game stuff it's not always comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who you are as a man is not always comfortable. I remember one time Lucario told me about this thing he learned from one of his gurus, and he was like, "Yo, how do you fit a giraffe in the refrigerator?" It's like, "Yo, you just shove the fucking giraffe in the refrigerator and shut the door. Don't worry about nothing else. Just begin the process. That's what it's really about. Making a choice and going with it, and then whatever obstacles and challenges come with that choice, then you take care of those. But sitting there worried about your next move is not going to help you make the next move. It's only going to hold you up from making the next move." Let me take this call real quick. Yo, 646. What's up with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to call me daddy.
Oh my God. All right. So, and he sounded like he was somewhere with a bunch of people too. That's crazy. All right. So, I got a question here from Jay Smith. It says, "I met a woman, first date was at her house. We made out. Second date, we smashed again the next day. Now she's asking, what are we?" It's been 2 weeks. Should I limit how much attention I give? Well, that's probably why you got to be careful, smashing her consecutive days, man. You gotta let that shit breathe sometimes, man. You got to be careful with that. A good rule of thumb. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Jay Smith. Same shit. A good rule of thumb is once a week. You understand? You got to give her a little bit of time to miss you, bro. You understand? You got to give women a little bit of time to miss you, because if every time you see, the thing with game is that you're supposed to set it up where she comes when you call, not the other way around. You understand? She comes when you call, not the other way around. So that means you schedule her around other things in your life, and that sends the message to her that yeah, you like spending time with her, but she's not the most important thing. But when a woman, when you smash today and you smash the next day and you spend more time with her and this, that, and the third, and you do all of that within a week span or some shit, she's starting to think, oh, well, I guess I must be important to this dude. You know what I'm saying? So so once a week is a good rule of thumb. You understand? Once a week is a good rule of thumb. I mean, if you really like spending time with her that much, then you can finagle it where, hey, maybe you see her like Wednesday and then you see her that following Monday. Maybe you don't have to see her every Wednesday, but because look, women are beautiful. We want to spend time with them. We want to have sex with them. We want to do stuff with them. Sometimes you meet one that you really like, right? And you're like, damn, I want to see her. Fuck. So you can finagle it where if you see her Tuesday, then you see her the following like Sunday or Monday. Like, push it back a little closer. But the point is, try to do it once a week. You know what I'm saying? So then if you see her Sunday, then you can see her maybe like Thursday or Friday, right? So it's like so it's almost like twice a week, but you space it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But still, you're supposed to be going after other chicks to so you can, learn how to divide your time and use your time management skills and all that other shit. And so you don't fall into the trap of making one woman, that important to the game, especially a woman that you just met. All right. Let me see. Here we go. We got I don't really know nothing about manosphere dudes, bro. And I'm not here to answer questions about like the manosphere or any other community, but let me see. Let me see if the rest of your question makes any sense. It says, the money equals women thing is a myth. I make 50K a year or so, and a lot of dudes making 3 times as much talk to the same chicks. Yeah, okay. I mean, again, it's not about money, it's about game. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, even with money, it's not about how much you make, it's how you spend it, how you save it, how you manage it. You understand? So, money's whatever. It's about what's going on up here. Because you got if anybody remembers the old Cassidy freestyle when he said he had $5 and he said he bought what he said? He said I bought a soda, he said I had $5 and I flipped that. I bought a Coke, some chips and a Kit Kat or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta it's about how creative you are in your mind, man. It's not about nothing else. All right, let me see. Before I get to that call. Hold on. It says, when are you, Ricardo, going to acknowledge that if you're ugly, you're going to struggle in the so-called game? Well, if you ugly niggas is struggling because you're not on the Bad Boy membership, and y'all like confidence, and the fact that you think you ugly, that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm fly. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say about me. I'm fly as fuck. I'm short, I'm bald, but I'm 40 years old and I'm still getting bitches. So it's about mindset. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas be thinking about yourselves. You don't love yourself. That's really what it is. Why do you hate yourself, young man? Shout out to Steve the Dean. Let me see. Take this call real quick. 720. What's going on with you?
Hey, Miles, this is Daniel. What's going on, man?
Hey, Danny, what's going on, man? Hey.
Hey, man, I'm enjoying the show tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm liking what you're talking about.
Yep.
And I just want to add to what you said. Basically, the adversity we face in life, what that makes us grow as men.
Exactly.
And I like what you said about PJ Tucker, because just like that humbleness he had,
right? He
was able to see himself on video, and he's like, man, I messed up. And then he's like, man, I'm going to take my skills overseas and then refine him. You know what I mean? So when we face adversity in life, we can make decisions. We're like, you know what? It's the end of the road for me. Or we could say, hey, I'm going to take this to another level. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So and I just want to add, like, the best advice I've ever been given is that one guy said to me, he said, Daniel, you're going to have a lot of sunny days in life. What makes you a man is what you do on those rainy days.
Right.
And at first I said to myself, I was like, man, that sounds like some New Edition. But then I thought, I'm like, no, that's true.
Right.
That, like, you take it to that next level and you're completely refined by those adversities, those trials, and you're humbled by it. And then when you look back, you're grateful for what that shit happened to you. You know what I mean?
Right. Facts, bro. Facts. So wait.
Yeah.
So listen, man, are you doing what we discussed in the consultation? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing, bro?
Oh yeah. So the coaching we worked on.
Yeah.
The Bad Boy membership.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're gonna go from the Nutty Professor to Buddy Love overnight. All right, everybody that's listening out there.
Right.
It's like the process of bamboo. You know what I mean?
Right.
So bamboo, you don't see bamboo grow immediately.
Right.
The growth is all underneath. So the roots are going down underneath for the first 8 years. And then after those 8 years, it's like 8 feet tall.
Right.
So that's what it's like with the Bad Boy membership, is that you're working on that inner person. You're working on your values, your integrity, your confidence. And then when you do that, you're going to be able to talk to more women. Your game is going to improve. Anything that you want to go for in life, you're going to have that confidence to do it. So you're going to do it with the Bad Boy membership, all the guys that show up on Real Game No Theory.
Right.
But you're really working on yourself.
Right. Facts. But have you noticed any change though at all?
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Definitely. I feel great about myself and whatever I strive to do in life, and so I'm going to keep applying it, keep up on the videos of the Bad Boy membership, and just keep listening to you guys. I appreciate what you guys do.
Facts. Appreciate you, Danny. For real, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in the show, and thanks for putting your input in.
All right, Miles. Have a good night, guy.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Yeah, man. That's Danny right there, man. Woo! That's my man Danny right there, making it happen. Yeah, man. Eric Estevez, what you talking about over here? Let me see what you talking about. I love myself, Mr. Cunningham, and I love myself to know that the average woman is okay, buddy. You see, this. Anybody else got some more questions? Because I don't talk to ugly niggas, right? That is to say, I don't talk to niggas that believe they're ugly. You feel me? Because I'm a fly motherfucker. So there's certain people that I just can't associate with, even if it's through the internet. You know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with them type of dudes. All right. It says, which Bad Boy membership program do you recommend for those who don't know themselves? I would say the documentary. You understand? I think that's the best thing to watch to really get an idea of, especially the confidence part. You know what I'm saying? And the manhood part. You understand? I think the first thing you got to do is definitely watch the Game Kings documentary. And then from there, the couple of other programs that you could do is the one where Lucario talks about becoming the guy that she wants to smash, or becoming a guy that she's never met before and shit like that, being unique and all that type of shit. But again, understanding who you are is a process. You understand? It's a process. And that's exactly why you have to try different things. You have to try different things. So you can look at yourself and say, well, I like how this look and I don't like how that look. You understand? Like for example, with me and like, I don't know if y'all ever look back at earlier videos that I've done with Lucario. I dress much differently than this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the shades. I didn't have like jewelry. I didn't have accessories. I didn't have these cool, t-shirts and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I began to try different types of clothing. And then I was like, oh, I like this. I tried different accessories. I'm like, oh, I like this. I'm like, I always wore prescription glasses, but I was like, well, let me try getting prescription shades. And I was like, oh, that shit is cool. And I like, minimizing glare and all that type of shit. So now I tried different things. And then each decision and each time I tried something new, I added something to my appearance, which which is on display for you at this current time. And you never know, within the coming years, I might develop into something else, into a different style. I might start wearing more suits or some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, you got to try shit. You can't just be sitting there on your ass talking about, oh, I know that women are out of my league because I'm ugly, like your boy Eric Estevez. Like I don't understand that type of thinking. You understand? And I don't want to. Do you use a slick line from time to time, or go with simple pickup stuff? I say whatever comes to my mind once I'm standing in front of the female. I ain't gonna lie to you. The only line that I use consistently though is there anybody who would have an issue with me taking you out sometime? That's the one that I use. That's like my go-to. But I say whatever it is. Like the other night, I saw 4 girls walking and they was all laughing and giggling on the street. but they was all dressed up. And so I just assumed that they were celebrating something. So I said, hey, what's up, ladies? What are y'all celebrating tonight? And then one of them was like, oh, yeah, it's my birthday and blah, blah, blah. The conversation didn't really go anywhere because it was two cock blockers in the group. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of shut me down. But, I got a little chance to practice my mouthpiece, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here belly aching and upset about the fact that they wasn't feeling me or anything like that. I just saw it as an opportunity for me to practice my mouthpiece and practice talking to groups. And, and it just so happened that I was correct in the fact that they were celebrating something. And that allowed me to ease into the conversation much easier. I mean, yeah, that allowed me to ease into the conversation and to get all their attention at one time, because they could have just kept walking. Honestly, if they really wanted to, they could have just kept walking. But when I said, hey, what are y'all celebrating? And girls, they love to fucking talk about their birthday. Right. So I walked up to them and I was like, hey, ladies, what are y'all celebrating tonight? And the one whose birthday, she was like, oh, it's my birthday. And then the other was like, yeah, we celebrate her birthday. And then it turns out that they were super young, though. They were like 20. They just turned 20 and shit. And they was like, are you a sugar daddy or something? Because I guess they must have realized that I was a little bit older than them and shit like that. So I was like, is that what you looking for? And she was like, no, not really, but I'm just asking. I said, yeah, ain't no sugar daddy over here. I said we can have a good time, but ain't no damn sugar daddy. I don't do that. But anyway, yeah, to answer your question, I don't really try to use slick lines. I do what I do, which is the line I always tell y'all. Is there anybody who would have a problem with me taking you out, or anybody who have a problem with us having a drink, or something along those lines is what I use. And my opener is usually based on what's happening, like the environment or whatever's going on, or if I notice something. And see, and I might do a video on this, but guys, you have to understand that when you become socially adept, I think that's the right word. But when you become socially experienced, right, you start to become a sort of a detective where you can piece things together. So like I said, I'm walking on the street and I see these 4 girls walking, laughing and giggling, but they're all dressed very nicely. And so again, I deduced, because I understand social situations and I'm used to talking to women and I'm used to seeing certain things even before I know the actual information, I assumed correctly that they were celebrating something. So that allowed me easy access to get their attention. And I didn't even have to ask them, hey, would you slow down for a second so I could talk to y'all? Nah, I didn't do that. I was just like, hey, ladies, what y'all celebrating tonight? And once I said that, because it was one of the girls' birthdays, they were just automatically ready to, ooh, it's my birthday, because girls love talking about their birthday. So that's the difference between a guy who doesn't understand social cues and doesn't have any social experience. The average guy would have been like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, could I talk to y'all? What's go? Y'all looking good. Can I talk to y'all? Can I get your number? You see what I'm saying? Like, he just would have been on some general shit and they just would have walked past like, hey, fuck out of here. Now, like I said, they still ended up like basically saying, hey, get the fuck out of here. But I caught their attention for a little while and we had a little conversation. Why? Because of my social intelligence and my social experience. I knew what was happening even though I didn't know. You understand? I knew without knowing. That's how you know I'm a master. Now, if for anybody who ever watched The Last Dragon, check out that movie, The Last Dragon. You know what? Actually, that's homework for y'all niggas. Go back. There's a movie called Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon, and it stars this dude named Timok, and his name is Bruce Leroy, and the woman in it, her name is Vanity. Go watch that movie. It actually has a lot to do with game. Now that I think about it, go watch that movie. That's your homework for y'all young cats who don't know what I'm talking about. Go check out this movie called Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. The Last Dragon. Go check that out, man. Seriously. Another question, and y'all could call in too. Call in, guys. It says, how do you see manhood going in the next 10 to 20 years. Well, I would like to believe that messages like Lucario's, myself, Steve the Dean, K Zaggin, 1950, and the Real Game No Theory crew. I would like to believe that guys like us are going to become more prevalent in the coming years, where we can actually affect the minds of young men, so manhood could actually continue to thrive. That's what I'm hoping, and that's why I do what I do. That's why we're on these airwaves. That's why Lucario come on here every day and be talking some type of shit. That's why we do the Real Game No Theory show, because we want to see manhood thrive. We want to see manhood stay manhood. You understand? But what do I actually think is going to happen realistically? I think there's going to be a large population that's going to continue to be lost in a sea of a search for comfort, a search for a safe space. It's going to be a lot of bitch ass dudes out there. It's going to be a lot of weak dudes out there. It's going to be a lot of dudes out there who don't know who they are. You understand? And like I said, hopefully a good percentage of those dudes find us, on YouTube or on a website, or hopefully maybe a friend will share a video or something so they can find us. Because look, there's a lot of dudes that are gone, that spit that shit, that are gone. Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neal. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I mean, I don't know if y'all know, but if y'all really paid attention to Kobe spit a lot of serious game. He spit a lot of shit about manhood and going after your goals and really like working hard and not letting shit phase you and being strong about your shit. You understand? But real dudes are dying every day. Look at DMX is gone. Like, it's a lot of real niggas dying, bro. There's a lot of real niggas getting the fuck up out of here, and it's guys like us that got to continue to fight. You understand? But yeah, in the next 10 to 20 years, man, it's gonna be a lot of bitch assness. It's gonna be a whole lot of bitch assness. But again, we gon' God willing, we gonna be here to balance the playing field. We're gonna be here to give men a choice to at least choose a trajectory that can help them discover what manhood is, and so they can figure it out for themselves. You understand? Because manhood can be different things to different men, but at the end of the day, you still got to make a choice, and you still got to be willing to deal with everything that comes with those choices. You understand? A lot of the reason why a lot of people don't want to, a lot of males don't want to be men today is because a lot of men are not willing to deal with the details, right? The consequences. Everybody wants to deal with the good. Nobody wants to deal with the bad. You understand? And in the world that we are today, when we got to worry about women and this and that and LGBT, like, look at Dave Chappelle. I hope that nigga lives forever, because you see what he's going through, and he's just talking real shit. He's just speaking his mind, speaking his truth. He's not even like on some like direct manhood shit. He's just like, look, he's on some comedian shit, and he's just trying to preserve, the sanctity of the craft. But again, that's what men do. We sacrifice, and we put ourselves on the line because we know that we stand for something. You understand what I'm saying? We know that we stand for something. So therefore, we're willing to talk about it. We're willing to fight for it. We're willing to in the face of being canceled and in the face of being, crucified. Like that's basically the story of Jesus. Jesus was one of the realest niggas, and his story still goes through today. Whether you're religious or not, understanding the story of Jesus Christ is a beautiful fucking thing, because what happened? He had an idea that, listen, I am the direct descendant of whatever it is you call God. I am his son. And the truth is, we're all the son of God, right? The sons and daughters of God. But he believed it more seriously, like, look, I am the straight direct descendant of what you call God. And niggas looked at him like, nigga, you crazy. And for saying that, we're gonna fucking whip you until you basically until you almost die. And then if you don't die, we're going to put you on this cross. And even while he was on the cross, he was still talking to the Lord. Like he was like, God, why have you forsaken me? And you know what I'm saying? He was still talking to God like, yo, he's my dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's funny how there's so many Christians out there who are not willing to do what Christ has done. There's so many motherfuckers out there calling themselves Christian and don't have the balls to do what is in the story of their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Think about that for a second. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of, in the next 10 to 20 years, it's gonna be a lot of bitch assness. And like I said, God willing, we're gonna be here to give men a fighting chance on, understanding what manhood is. Let me see what they wrote here. Alulabi Aziz, he says, given you're in a long-term relationship, do you let women know when you're non-monogamous up front or after you begin smashing consistently? Again, it has to do with the conversations that we have. In most cases, I am upfront about it, because in most cases, the conversation will come up and they'll ask me, oh, so are you seeing other women, or do you have someone, and when they ask those questions, I am totally upfront about it. I say, yes, I'm seeing other people. I'm dating other people. I have people that I see. I have women that I see. I don't necessarily get into the details of it, but I answer their questions truthfully and honestly. Yes, I do. But again, I don't go into the situation like, oh yeah, my name is Miles. I like to drink wine and I'm in a long-term relationship. I don't go into the situation like that. A woman has to want to know those things, because I've been in different situations with women where not all women want to know. Sometimes a woman just wants to experience you and keep it moving. A lot of y'all niggas be getting y'all feel bad when a woman flakes, and it's like, nah, it's not about that. Sometimes a woman sees you and she's like, man, he looks like a good time, and they want to hang out with you for a little bit. They want to smash maybe once or twice, and then you call them to try to hang out again, and your number's blocked, and they never hit you up again, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, I don't always come up, it's not about coming into the situation like, oh yeah, so here's my resume, this and that and this and that. I don't, a woman or anybody for that matter, a stranger doesn't necessarily need to know everything about you. But if they ask specifically, yes, I do tell them, and I'm very upfront with that. Yes. All right. Let me see if I got any more questions in here. Ain't nobody calling in. I don't know. Maybe Thursday nights is a slow night. I don't know. Will you and Lucario ever pick up chicks live? No, I don't think we'll be doing that. I don't think so. Because we ain't gotta produce no receipts for y'all niggas. We ain't gotta prove nothing to y'all. There's nothing we have to prove to any of you. So, nah, I don't think we'll necessarily be doing that. But hey, if we're out on the town and you see us, I don't know, you might see us hollering at girls. You know what I'm saying? It might happen. But nah, we don't do that shit on video. It's not something that we're gonna do. I don't think so. All right, question. Fly Guy 860, he says, I met a chick at the library. We talk and flirt. Should I just invite her straight over? If you want to. Why? Look, guys, again, ask yourself, what do I want? And then go after it. If you want her to come over, then ask her to come over. Period. Just be like, hey, it was nice talking to you. I enjoyed flirting with you, and I want to continue it at my house. Would you like to come over? She might say yes. She might say no. If she says no, hey, cool. It was nice talking and flirting with you. Take it easy. That's it. All right. Here is Eric Estevez again, the ugly guy. So it says, let me see, put it up so I can read it too. It says, so you're telling me, sorry. It says, so you're telling me if I believe I'm the shit, even if I'm nigga, once you believe you're the shit, you're no longer ugly. That's what you don't get. My life will change for the better. Exactly. Look, go Eric Estevez, go look up something called the law of correspondence. You understand? You get to understand that there's a phrase that goes as so above as there is below, or as there is below, it is so above. And as there is inside, it is so outside. And what that phrase means is that whatever's going on inside of you, meaning your mindset and how you think of things, that's going to affect your reality. Okay. So again, if you think so in this question, you still think you're ugly because you're saying, if I believe I'm the shit, even if I'm ugly. So deep down within the question, you still think you're ugly. You understand? Now, what I'm saying is, if you can think you're ugly, then you can think you're good looking. You can think you're the shit. It's really up to you whether you can or you can't. You're correct. So Eric Estevez, my man, if you want to think you're ugly, if you want to spend the rest of your fucking life thinking that you're ugly, go right ahead. Please be my guest. It's just more bitches for me, bro. Period. Because you're going to think you're ugly. You're going to think that no chick's going to want you, and you're going to behave that way. You're going to talk that way. And when a woman hears that type of energy and that type of rhetoric, she's not going to want to fuck with you. But when I come up and I'm like, hey, baby, I'm Miles Cunningham. You know what I'm saying? I'm that fly nigga. I like whiskey. I like going out to nice bars. I like dressing nice. I like smelling good. Come here. Smell my neck. Tell me what cologne I'm wearing. She gonna be looking at me like, oh, this nigga's crazy. And then she gonna lean in and smell my cologne and be like, what is that? Versace? What is that? Is that Christian Dior Sauvage? It kind of smells like something else. I don't know. And I'm gonna be having her giggling and talking and shit while you over there looking at me thinking that you're ugly. Hey, be my guest, bro. Ain't nothing I could do for you, bro. Sorry. Because the thing is, it's your own mindset that's playing tricks on you. If your mind tells you that you're ugly, then that will be your reality. But if you start to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm a pretty good looking guy. Like, ain't really nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Then your reality is going to change. You know what I'm saying? Eric Estevez, what makes you think you're ugly, man? What specifically, why do you think you're ugly? I mean, please help me figure it out. Why do you think you're ugly? Gardner, hold on. Let me see. Question came in before that. It says, this is 7-Eleven. Do you think movies and TV? Okay, I think he didn't finish. Another one. It says Gardner 27. It says, Are you in a long-term relationship? If so, how did you establish a non-monogamous relationship with her? Was she compliant from the beginning, or did it require a series of hard convos? Well, the hard convos never stop. I'm gonna tell you that now. The hard convos never stop because when your girl knows that you're going out on a date with another woman, and she knows that you might be having sex with that woman, like she'll be affected. Like, she'll feel a certain way no matter what, especially if she has a certain level of love for you. But it's still a part of the process, and it's still a part of, deep down subconsciously, she may not admit it, but her knowing that other women find you attractive, that other women want to spend time with you, in her mind, it makes you more attractive. You understand? But no, we weren't always non-monogamous. It happened from a lot of different experiences. Like, sometimes we weren't together, sometimes we were, like, back and forth. Like, it was a long process. It was a long process. It was a very long process. And the crazy part is that when we first got together, I agreed to monogamy only because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. But then there was a time when we weren't together, and then we were discussing the dynamics of a relationship, trying to bring it back together. And, and she was like, do you think you're monogamous? And I'm like, nah, not really. And I was just being honest, because after having her, then losing her, and then having her again, it kind of like put me in a space where I wasn't afraid anymore. I kind of had a breakthrough where it was like, I'm not even afraid to lose her because I've lost her. There was a time where we weren't together. So I actually lost her and I realized, wait, I'm okay. Like nothing happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I love her and I missed her and things like that. But I'm like, nah, I'm good though. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? My life is good. I'm doing what I got to do for my life and seeing other women, doing what I got to do, and so on and so forth, enjoying my life. And so when it was time that when the time came for us to come back together, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really monogamous like that. I'm really not. Like I really want to get back with you, but it's not going to be the same way. You understand? And it took me having her, then losing her, and then having the opportunity to have her back that brought me to the realization that no, I'm not actually a monogamous person. And I was able to be very honest about that. And then that's how we were able to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take this call real quick. Hold on. 201. Hello? What's going on? Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Miles.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man. You got a question, man?
What's up?
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. My question is, how do we work on becoming more masculine?
All right. Well, all right. No, stop. Hold on. First thing I want you to do is I want you to practice putting a little bit more bass in your voice. Can you do that? Like ask that question. Ask your question again, but like relax and talk with a little bit more bass. Like talk like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So my question is.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I wanted to know.
Yeah, there you go.
I wanted to know how we could be more masculine.
Yeah.
And you didn't have a masculine male presence growing up.
Right. Okay. Well, and you see, notice, guys, when he came on the line, his voice was a little bit, he's a little bit excited. So his voice had a higher pitch to it and it sounded kind of light. But now he spoke a little bit slower and he calmed down just a little bit. He just brought the energy just down into into the bottom of the throat. You understand? Pause. But the bottom of, see, now his call dropped. Anyway, I can still answer the question. Notice that he brought it down and his voice sounded a little bit different. And I'm telling you guys, that makes a big difference. Especially for you guys that like to talk on the phone with women, that makes a huge difference. You understand? When you're speaking to a woman and you get that, you know what I'm saying? You get that baritone. Calm down, speak a little bit slower. I think he just called back. Hey, you there? Yeah, no problem. But I'm about to answer your question. It's all good. So you slowed down. You got that baritone, brought it down just a little bit. And that's kind of how you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Don't get excited. Don't get nervous when you're talking to chicks. You know what I'm saying? You bring it down. Speak slowly so she can hear everything that you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how do you do that without a male figure? You got to use you got to use technology, bro. You got to go to Real Game No Theory and pick one of those male figures, bro. You got to go to my Instagram and click
on the Bad Boy membership.
You get on the Bad Boy membership, but you go to my Instagram and get on the my bio. There's a link in my bio on my Instagram, Miles in the Game, where you can schedule a 60-minute consultation where we could talk one-on-one and we could discuss life and we could come up with an action plan for you to actually get closer to what you need to get as far as becoming a man. But I'm gonna tell you though, it's a process, bro. Like that's why I did this video, so guys can understand that it's a process. You know what I'm saying? I showed the example of PJ Tucker. He was a really good basketball player in college, but when he came to the NBA, he rode the bench and it pissed him off. It fucked with his ego. So he behaved very unprofessionally. And then he got basically kicked out of the NBA and then he went overseas. But what happened to him was that experience forced him to mature as a man. You understand? And then so when he had a chance to come back and play in the NBA, he was actually a better player because of it. And now he's an NBA champion. You understand? So you have to understand that becoming a man is easier said than done. You know, exploring your identity and figuring out, you know, where you stand as a masculine human. It's a process. You understand? So you have to just be willing to try shit and deal in, you know, look in the mirror, ask yourself, what do I want? And the first thing that comes to your mind, you know, if as long as it's honest, you understand, as long as you're being truthful to yourself, then you have to go after it, bro. Like for example, what do you let me ask you right now, what do you want?
I want,
you see,
I want freedom.
Freedom. Come on, man.
A rotation of women.
What? Come on. No. Hold on. No. See. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You have to be specific, though. You have to be specific. I
want to be more masculine.
You want to be what? But what does that mean? What does that mean, though? Because, all right. For example, stop right there. Stop right there. If I say I want to be more masculine, or if I say I want freedom, when I say I want freedom, I want to be able to make my own schedule. I want to have money that I don't have to worry about my bills being paid. I want to live in a certain place. I want to drive a certain car. I want to dress a certain way. I want to go to these places to eat. So that's me being a little bit more specific about actual aspects of my life. You understand? So with that in mind, I'm gonna ask you the question again. Tell me what you want. How do you want your life to be?
I want it to be positive, impactful.
Bro, that's more that you see, you're just giving me general adjectives, bro. You see? You're just giving me general adjectives.
I want to be like an entrepreneur, you know. I want to be an entrepreneur.
Okay, so what kind of business do you want to start then? If you want to be an entrepreneur, what kind of business do you want to start?
I want to start a cannabis business.
A cannabis business.
Cannabis.
So you smoke weed from time to time?
A lot.
You smoke weed a lot. Okay. So you have a passion for cannabis, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you live in a state where cannabis businesses are encouraged, meaning legal?
Yeah.
You do live in a state. So have you started to do the paperwork to get your cannabis dispensary licensing yet?
I've done a little bit of work, but it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of connections.
So have you started saving that money? Have you started saving that money?
I started saving a little bit, and I've done a little bit of business work too.
Okay, so that means you're on your way then.
Yeah.
That means you're on your way. This it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen overnight.
I'm struggling in life, Miles.
What you're struggling in life? What do you mean?
So I'll have women approach me, and I know they want me, but I just I don't understand why I can't slam dunk it. Like, they'll set it up for me, but why can't I slam dunk it?
All right, so give me an example of a situation.
All right, so last month I was in Vegas.
Okay.
And I was at the marijuana convention.
Okay.
Because remember, I want to be a cannabis entrepreneur.
Right, exercising your passion for cannabis. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
I was sitting on the bench outside after the event ended, and I was smoking a joint, and this girl came up to me, and she sat down on the bench. Mind you, there were mad people outside. She could have sat anywhere.
Okay.
But she came and sat down next to me on the bench, and she brought, because they were a female cannabis business, something like that.
Okay.
And there were 4 of them, but one of them was interested in me.
And how did you know? How did you know that?
All right, dog.
How did you know that?
Huh?
How did you know they were interested in you?
I knew that one girl was.
How did you know that, sir?
Because she came and sat down next to me, and she didn't have to sit next to me.
Nigga, are you one of these choosing signal dudes? Is that what you telling me right now?
No.
So how do you know she was interested in you?
Because I was talking to her too when she sat down next to me.
Oh, so you had a conversation with the girl then?
Yeah.
So say that then. You didn't say that. I asked you to tell me what happened, and we're still on the bench.
I was still explaining it.
We're still on the bench, bro.
I was still explaining.
Give me the situation.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Are you high right now? Wait. Are you high right now, my nigga?
A little.
Oh, Jesus. All right, listen, get to the point where she set it up for you and then you didn't slam dunk it. Get to that shit, please.
Well, I was just talking to her and we were in Vegas, but I didn't do anything about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when a woman is feeling you?
Look. Stop. You look, you're missing a lot of shit. You already told me you were in Vegas. You already told me everything. You don't remember what happened? Or is your brain too cloudy from all the weed smoke? Is that what you can't give me anything specific, bro? And I'm gonna tell you this. If you stop. The thing is, if you can't be specific, a woman can't. She won't ever know how to follow you, bro. That's what seems to be your issue. So far in this conversation, you haven't been honestly specific about anything. And when you were specific, I had to fucking drag it out of you. So I can imagine if a woman is looking at you like, damn, how can I get this nigga to fuck me tonight? And you over there like, well, you know, we in Vegas and I got some weed and
I didn't say that.
So what did you say? I told you to tell me what you said. You won't tell me.
I was just making small talk with her.
Why you was making small talk? Why you was making small talk if you liked her?
Because I gotta work on my game. That's what I'm saying.
Are you on the Bad Boy membership?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I need to get on it.
You need coaching. You need to get on something.
I need a whole reprogramming.
Here's what it is, bro. You need to be a little bit more specific, though, in general. If you have to say to somebody, you know what I'm saying, then that means that you're missing a lot of shit from the situation. You're missing a lot of information because that means you haven't told them what you needed to actually tell them. You understand? So you have to, like, you sitting there talking to a chick and you're like, hey, you know, I got this weed. You know what I'm saying? And you want to hang out. You know what I'm saying? You want to hang out and whatever. Like, that's bullshit. You got to be like, yo, I got more weed at the hotel. Come back with me to my hotel. We could smoke some weed and I could get you naked and then we could, you know, fuck and then take a shower, then fuck again and then order some food. That's specific. And then she's looking at you like, ooh, this nigga got a plan. Then I will fuck with him. But if you ain't got no plan, a woman don't want to fuck with you, bro. Women are about experiences. They want to experience shit. You understand? And if you're not specific, if you don't have a plan, if you don't really know what you want, then they're not going to fuck with you. And that's a big issue that you're having right now, just based on this conversation so far. All right?
Yeah, so I know I need improving.
Yeah.
So that's why I called in.
Yeah, but listen, don't beat yourself up, bro. Just keep talking. But again, I'm always like having opportunities and I'm always fuck it up. Okay, how did you fuck up the last opportunity?
Well, there's this girl that works at the grocery store, and I take my lunch. So I go to the grocery store on my lunch break, and she'll be there, and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And, you know, she'll say hi to me, and in my head, I'm like, "Dog, go talk to her." And that's when that shit starts fucking up with me. All right, listen. All right, let me ask you a question. What would you like to do with that girl? I want to hook up with her. I want to hang out, have fun.
You want to hang out. You want to hang out and have some fun, right? And what does having fun entail? Give me the specifics on what the fun entails, please.
Going out.
Stop, bro. I said give
lit.
give me specifics.
Going to a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Gonna get some drinks.
Which restaurant, bro? Specifics.
Well, a pizza restaurant.
Specifics. What's the name of this pizza restaurant, bro?
Marisi.
Okay, all right, stop right there. So this is what you do. You go up to the girl and you say, look, I come into this grocery store all the time and I think you're really cute. Is there anybody that would have an issue with me taking you to Marisi's on Friday night for some pizza? And she's going to be like, well, actually, no, there's nobody that would have a problem with us going out. And then you're going to say, okay, here's my number. Text me later and I'll set everything up. And then you go about your fucking business. That's it. But you see how when you have a specific plan, it makes a difference. You understand?
Yeah.
When you have a specific plan, it makes a difference. That's it. That's all you need to do, bro. You have to be a little bit more specific. Oh, I want to go out. Go out where?
I think I overthink too much.
To a pizza store. What pizza store? Oh, I don't know. Like you gotta have a plan, bro.
You see how it's funny? That's how it feels. Like it's crazy how like simple this shit is.
Exactly. It's simple. It's simple.
I don't get it. Like I don't understand.
Look. All right. Let me ask you a question. No. Wait. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do you, if I gave you just any weed, would you smoke it, or would you want to ask for, sour diesel or Kush or lamb's bread, or do you have a specific strains that you like to smoke, or you just smoke anything?
Well, I usually smoke quality buds.
You smoke quality buds. Do they have different names and shit?
Yeah.
And when you go to buy, do you ask for them by name, or do you just be like, oh, give me any quality bud, I don't care?
Nah, I'll usually like talk with the bud tender lady, because that's more like experience and stuff. But
right. And you at some point you ask for her for a specific like strand, right? Or strain.
Yeah, I'll pick it.
Exactly. Yeah. So the point I'm trying. Wait, hold on, bro. The point I'm trying to make is that you see how when you're talking about weed and shit, you're very passionate and specific. It's just you have to associate that type of specificity with other things, especially when talking with women. You understand? You got to be a little bit specific. You got to let them know, hey, I want to take you out for a drink. I know this is bar that I know it's really nice. It's called this. And I want to take you there Friday night. Is there anybody who would have an issue with that? No. Okay, cool. Here's my number. Hit me up and I'll set up all the details. Boom. That's it. You see what I'm saying?
It's like I could do that. But then in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, what am I going to say? Like, No. Stop thinking about it.
Just say what the fuck I just told you, bro. Just say exactly what the fuck I just told you.
No, but I'm saying like after I do that, when we're on the actual date
yet.
I don't know.
You see, this is an example. Look, this is an example. You're not actually living life because you're focused on the present, and you're scared of what might happen in the future. And you regret what happened in the past. So you're never actually living life right now. That's your issue. That's another issue you have anyway. You understand?
Okay.
So you need to live life in the moment and do exactly what the fuck I told you to do. Go up to the girl and be like, you like pizza, right? Look, there's a spot called Marisi's, and I would love for us to go there. Is there anybody you know that would have a problem with that? And she's going to say no. And you're going to be like, all right, take out your phone. Let me give you my number. You text me and I'll set everything up so we can hang out at Marisi's on Friday night. If you do exactly what the fuck I just said, there's a very good chance that you will be having pizza with that girl on Friday night at Marisi's or whatever the fuck it is. You understand? But you need to, like I said, you need to have a plan. You need to know what you want to do. You have to be specific. But I got a couple of other calls coming in, and I'm gonna go. All right, but get on that bad boy membership or go to realgamenotheory.com and pick one of those dudes and get on there, man. Start learning game, bro. You understand? And I wish you luck in your cannabis dispensary business. All right? All right, bro. Peace.
All right.
Oh, all right. 646. What's going on with you?
Hey, what's up, Mal? Shia from New York.
Oh, shit, it's Shia from New York. Oh. My nigga Shia out here feeding bitches the steamed fish and the curry goat, and he ain't getting no buns. Nah, I'm talking. I'm fucking with you, bro.
I learned from that.
You learned? What's going on, bro?
I learned my lesson, man.
All right. What's going on with you, man? Good to hear from you, too.
So I have a question. I have a really good question.
Well, I'll be the judge of that, nigga. I'll be the judge of that. Let me see what the question is first, nigga.
All right, no problem.
All right.
So I'm having pretty good success with, watching you guys, and yourself and Lucario.
Yeah.
So that's a plus for me right now. So my question is, I have two main ones right now. I had some others, over the past several weeks, but I had to let them go, cut them off, because they got disrespectful.
Okay.
So right now, my question is it possible to have two main chicks? If both of them are like, they both actually are listening to me. I actually did tell both of them that I'm dating someone else.
Right.
Or other people. So they know that they're not the only person.
Right.
So they can't say that I didn't tell them that.
Right.
So, and they both initially said, I don't like that, X, Y, and Z, but
they still fucking with you though.
It's saying something different.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly,
So
right.
That, but they still messing with me.
All right.
And
now,
still listening.
Now, for the record,
have too many chicks. Is my question.
For the record, it's an okay question. It ain't no. No. It's a decent question. It's a decent question because, see, this is the type of problems you want to have. You understand what I'm saying? These are good problems. But my question to you is, okay, let me answer the question simply, but we're gonna continue the conversation. The answer is yes. And based on even with Lucario has a wife and a girlfriend, and he has in that particular situation, I guess you could call them his two main chicks, right? But that's me speaking on another man's situation. So that's not all the way good anyway, right? But I'm just pointing out that it's in real time that it is possible because, I know Lucario and so on and so forth, right? But my question to you is, we still have to look at the time frame. Now, main chick number one, how long have you been messing with her?
Main chick number one, I would say 8 months. 8, 9 months.
Okay. And
we're not exclusive. We're not in a relationship, but I see potential with them. So I'm just thinking of a situation where they have the
stop qualifying, nigga, because you bullshitting. Stop qualifying because you know what the fuck I'm gonna say already. Now, main quote unquote main chick number two, how long?
Mm-hmm. Shit. All right. So she technically is like 2 months.
Okay. Nah. Yeah. I know, nigga. Y'all fucked around in college, and that don't count. That don't count.
Yeah.
That don't count. So stop qualifying. I hate y'all niggas with the qualifying. The only reason why y'all love to give so much information is because y'all know y'all fucking up in the first place. Listen.
All right.
The reason why it's not such a good question is because you shouldn't be thinking about this right now.
Okay.
You understand? You have to understand that any chick that becomes a main chick, she earns her place. You don't have to decide or put the title on her. Do you understand? She earns her place after a certain amount of time of sacrifice and good deeds. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
She will make herself. She will make herself a main chick by her behavior, but she doesn't get no titles like that until at least until 12 to 18 months, depending on the dynamics of the relationship. But again, you know, I'm a little bit weary for you because you're asking this question now. You understand? If you had said to me that, well, the first one we've been messing with each other for 18 months, and then the second one we've been messing with each other for at least, she's been pretty consistent for at least a year, then it would be a question that makes more sense if you understand what I'm saying. Right?
Right.
Yeah. But at this point, there is none of these chicks are considered main chicks or girlfriends or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, you just got two chicks that have been consistent thus far. That's all you have. You know, for example, you remember back in the day when you used to get a chick's number, right?
Yep.
And you used to get excited, right?
Right.
And you used to go back to your boys like, yo, I bagged that chick. I bagged Shorty. Yeah, I got the number, son, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And remember back in the days, we used to actually use pen and paper and shit, right? Now, understand, all you really had was 10 numbers on a sheet of paper written in a line. That's all you had. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right.
Because many times when you go home or you get on your phone and then you call that number that she gave you that you were so happy about and you were celebrating to your boys, it goes, boop, boop, boop. We're sorry that the number you have called has been disconnected or some shit like that. I remember one time I got this chick's number and I called the number and the nigga answered the phone. But check this out. He answered the phone. He was like, Kinko's, how may I help you? Bitch gave me the number to a fucking Kinko's. And then I was like, and I was still trying to be positive. So I was like, is Ashley there? I don't remember her name, but I was like, is Ashley there? And the nigga started laughing. So apparently it's the number that this bitch gives to multiple dudes on a consistent basis. Cause the nigga just started laughing, bruh. As soon as I said, is Ashley there? The nigga was like, oh shit. He was like, nah, player, ain't no Ashley here. And then he hung up the phone on me. You understand? The reason why I tell you that story is that as men, we got to look at things objectively. We have to look at things objectively. Right. Give a woman credit for what she's done thus far, but you can't start to get comfortable and rely on any chick just because she's been good, cool. Because the thing is, we tell you guys 12 to 18 months, but you still can't even get comfortable after that time. Like basically, you can never get comfortable in this game. You can never get comfortable in this game because as soon as you get comfortable, that's when the bitch gonna start acting up, bro. Trust me. I've been through it too many times.
I agree with that.
You understand? So when you calling me talking about, yo, can you have two main chicks? Yeah. The simple answer, yes, you can have two main chicks. I know niggas that got two main chicks. Yes, it can happen. However, you looking at any woman as a main chick or as a mainstay or somebody that's, that you can rely on or trust to that extent after only a maximum of 8 months with the first one, that's not where your head should be at, bro. You feel me?
Right.
You understand? So again, you should never be comfortable, even after 12 to 18 months. You should never be comfortable, but you can give a woman credit for being consistent for a decent amount of time. That's what you're doing after 12 to 18 months. You give her credit for being consistent for a decent amount of time, right? But you should never get comfortable to the point where you're trying to put labels on a chick. Like, honestly, any label that a chick has in your life should be based on how they behave and how they act and how they respond. Like, it should be the point where it's kind of an unspoken thing that she's your girl or your main chick. You understand what I'm saying? Where it's like, you don't have to say to her, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to make you my main chick. And she's going to be like, oh, Shia, thanks. Thanks so much for finally making me your main chick. No. A woman should want to be your main chick. She should strive to be your main chick. And when she strives to earn that position, that's her doing things and sacrificing and considering you and saying to herself, well, how can shout out to Eddie Fuse, because he says there's something that he said that I always like. He said a woman should wake up every day asking herself, how can I make this man's life better or easier? You understand?
Right.
And if a woman is truly asking herself that question every single day, then her actions will show it. You understand? So she's going to wake up. She's going to call you up. She's going to ask you if you ate that day. She's going to call you if you need your dick sucked. She going to ask you, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be like, are you good? Everything good? You know what I'm saying? You know, which lingerie you want me to put on tonight? Cause I got you. What you want me to cook tonight? Cause I got you. Are you coming over here tonight? What's good? You know, anything for you, my king. What's going on? Like, you need me to send out some emails? Cause you got a food business, a chef business. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll be like, hey, everything good at the restaurant, everything good at the catering business, at the chef business. You need me to come through and cut some onions for you. That's the type of actions that she should be, you know, bestowing and making your life easier, making your life better. You understand? So you don't have to call her your main chick. You treat her as such because her behavior warrants that. Her behavior has earned her that type of position in your life. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all. So, but again, it's still too early for you to be considering these things. You understand? So take it easy. You know, I know you feel good that you got two chicks that been showing consistency, and bro, that's great. Trust me. I'm not poo-pooing that. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But at the same time, calm the fuck down.
Right.
All right. Calm the fuck down.
Well, shit. That's what I called. That's what I called you. You know, to level myself.
Okay. Exactly. And that's all good. That's all we need. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need for our brother, you know, or somebody that's a little bit more experienced with certain things to, you know, to bring us back to a certain level of reality, to bring us back to a certain position where we're not based on expectation, but we're based on reality, and we can see things for what they really are and not what we want them to be or what we think they're going to be or what we think they should be. Because that's what happens with a lot of us, and I'm guilty of that too. You know, I got a woman that I'm smashing for a couple of weeks, and I'm like, ooh, I want to go on trips with her. I want to do this. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to do some romantic shit. I want to. Yo, and truth be told, sometimes my own girl, because my main chick, I've been with my chick for 18 years. If she get up and leave now, then hey, so be it. But I've been with my chick for too long, so it's like, goddamn, like, you know, because I'm still not comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? But she's been here for 18 years, so I've learned to be able to sort of, you know, depend on it, but I'm still not all the way comfortable. But again, I've had my girl tell me, nah, you can't do that. You're doing too much. You understand? Mm-hmm. And she ended up being right. And I'm like, shit, she was right. You understand? Like, I remember one time I was seeing this chick. We only was seeing each other for like 2.5 months. And I fucked around and I spent New Year's Eve with this girl. You understand? I spent New Year's Eve with her, and because it was New Year's Eve, I let her sleep over. Right?
That's romantic.
Exactly. And I'm upfront. I'm transparent. I was having a conversation with my girl, and I was like, yeah. So it was New Year's, so she came over and she spent the night and stuff. And my girl was like, what? And that's why, and that's why after all these years, I really love my chick, because she was able to look at it objectively. I mean, of course, there was a part of her that was a little bit jealous that another bitch was spending the night at my crib on New Year's and all this. But she was like, how long you known this chick? And I was like, about a couple months or whatever. She was like, you're doing. These were her words to me. She said, the things you're doing with her is too significant for right now. And I said, oh shit. I was like, she's right. You understand? And I realized, I'm like, oh shit. Like, and then, and literally like clockwork, it was about 2 weeks later, this chick started acting up, bro. She started acting up. she started getting comfortable to the point where she started being a little disrespectful, and I had to charge her, bro. You understand? So you got to be careful with your mindset. You have to be able to dial it back and appreciate what's going on. You understand? Give them their just due, but be real about it. You understand? Don't go too far with the shit, and don't be expecting all the shit, and don't get too happy just because they're showing a little bit of consistency. Because at any fucking time, they could be on some other shit. You understand? Because we're talking about emotional creatures. We're talking about people whose feelings change all the time. You understand?
Right.
And the reason why you have to keep it real and keep it in the present is that they need to see that consistency in you. Because when they see the consistency in you, it inspires consistency in them. Because like I always tell you guys, a woman is going to follow your lead no matter what. You understand? So if you start treating these chicks differently because you're happy about the 6 to 8 months of consistency, and you start treating them different than how you've been treating them, that might mess up the game. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna be like, oh, he's switching up, so maybe I should switch up. You feel me?
So I have one last question that's sort of in the reverse of what you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if the woman is doing a lot initially? So, for example, this expensive restaurant, should you allow her to do that, or should you be like, no, it's too soon for you to do this for me?
Well, the vacation shit, you got to be careful with the vacations, because the vacations that involves sleep, that involves that's basically like spending the night. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the expensive restaurant shit, you might be able to get a pass on that. But vacations and like sleeping over and all that shit, you got to be careful with that. Like I really don't suggest that until like the 8 to 12 months mark. Me personally, you understand what I'm saying? So be careful with that. Be careful with that, because a lot of times what a woman will do also is they'll try to entice you with those type of opportunities. You understand? They'll try to get you to get out of your game, right? And start to get like I said, they'll start to get comfortable because they're, she paying for the vacation, damn. Oh, she buying me expensive dinners and stuff. Oh wow. Maybe she is a good girl. Maybe I could trust in her. Maybe I could rely on her. Maybe I could get comfortable and start switching up the game. Right. And then once you do that, then she gonna be on some, oh well, why you doing this and why you doing that? Because you wasn't saying that when I took you on vacation, and you wasn't saying that when I was buying you expensive dinners and blah blah. And then you looking at her like, where did this person come from? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if you know what you know, don't let certain things happen too early, bro. You still, even if she's paying for it, even if she's the one, be like, listen, that sounds really good, but we're not ready for that right now. You understand what I'm saying? And then you keep things the way that they are. Don't let these women trick you, bro. It's a trick. Trust me. I've been there, done it. It's a trick because they want.
I agree.
Sometimes they want to see you switch up. They don't want to see you switch up, but they want to see if they can entice you to switch up. And when they see that they can entice you, that's when they lose respect for you. You understand?
Right.
That's when they're gonna lose respect for you.
Right.
So you really have to be careful with that shit. You have to be careful with that. You understand? Like I said, the dinner is not so bad because you could have a dinner and and come off it or whatever. But the vacation shit, that's bro, because that involves spending the night. Yeah. That involves going somewhere together for an extended period of time. You want to see that she's able to show that consistency before you put yourself in that type of situation with her, even if she is paying for it, bro. You understand?
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
All right, man.
Appreciate the game.
But yeah, man, yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for supporting the show. And, and thanks for always, being willing to share share your stories and your situation, man. I'm sure a lot of guys learned a lot from it, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, man, you be safe, man. Have a good time.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right, we got one last call, then I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't know I was gonna stay on this long. I swear to you. 850, what's going on with you?
Hey, so I got an event going on that I'm heading to.
Okay.
And I got two questions.
Okay, Leah, let's do it. Let's do it real quick because you headed to the event. Go ahead.
All right. First question is, how can I get laid tonight? And my other one is, so I've been watching a whole bunch of videos, so yes, I watched a whole bunch of videos and I've been implementing them. Cause the other day I went to like an event type thing, and I used the whisper in the ear trick, and it kind of like enticed the girl. Like she gave me googly eyes.
Okay.
But I didn't know what to do after that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause right after that I got like stuck, and I was like, oh snap, what do I do? And then pretty much, long story short, I don't think she liked me like that. Cause like she ended up leaving, but like she let me do it twice, so I think she kind of liked me. And I got the number, but that's about it.
I don't understand your second question though. There wasn't really a question.
What? How would I be able to pretty much fuck her? How would I be able to do that?
Okay, well, I saw this meme the other day where it says if you ask, it says 1 in 10 women are usually horny. So if you ask 10 women, you should get one that's horny, and then you should be able to get her to come home with you tonight. So here's what you have to do. What kind of event are you going to?
So like it's a party, but at a strip club.
It's a party at a strip club.
Event today. Yeah, surprisingly.
Oh man.
But I think
so I'm saying, so if it's at a strip club, then that means most of the girls that's going to be in there going to be working.
No. That's the thing. It's like for like 2 different colleges, so there's a possibility college girls might be there.
Okay. All right. So you just gotta meet as many girls as you can tonight, bro. And then I would tell you to employ the whisper in the ear thing. But when you whisper in the ear, you gotta ask if they're horny. You gotta come up with creative ways to ask if they're horny. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Like if you talk about her outfit, or all right, here's the thing, right? When you meet each person, when you meet each girl, try to listen, pay attention to her voice and pay attention to her body language. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
If like, for example, when you say hello, step in closer to them, put your arm around them, and if they move back, then she's not the one. But if you step in close and you say, hi, my name is such and such, what's your name? And then when she's about to say her name, you step in and you put your arm around, like, just, put your arm around the small of her back, lightly though. Don't grab her like that, but put your arm around the small of her back or somewhere on her back lightly. If she doesn't move, or if she moves in close to you, then that's when you whisper in the ear. You understand? And then you be like, look, are you feeling as horny as I am? Because I don't know what it is about this event or what. I just got this feeling, and I'm trying to go back to the crib. Are you as horny as I am? And see what she say. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Because you say it's a strip club, right? It's a strip club, right? Yeah. So tell her, be like, look, you got me excited. You're I think you're the sexiest girl in here. Are you as horny as I am? And then see what she say. You feel me?
All
right. But do that. But again, don't speak too loud, and try to do it as smooth as you can, and smile. You gotta smile. Don't be uncomfortable, bro.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
All right, you gotta be comfortable, and then good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace, bro. Well, good luck to him. I hope he gets laid tonight, you know? Yeah. Let me see. I want to play that sound effect. See, Lakari got all the good sound effects. I want to play that. I want my man to be on some shit like this tonight. I want my man to be like that tonight. You feel me? Oh, man. But, man, thanks, everybody. Thank you, April, for putting in the links. Thanks for doing that. Ed Zone, shout out to you. Ed Zone in the building. My man, Bernie L. You know what I'm saying? Keith Joe, Richie Effects, Sir Ism. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate that. Remember the story of PJ Tucker and how his situation helped him to mature as a man so he could become today an NBA champion. All right. Eric Estevez, man, look, you're a good looking dude. You know what I'm saying? You're a good looking dude. You just got to look in the mirror and find that guy. You understand? Stop telling yourself that you're ugly, because you're not. All right. But shit, I might see a picture of that nigga and be like, damn, nigga, you ugly. But anyway, let me stop. All right, peace, man. I really appreciate you guys. And always remember the truth is inside you. And I am going to play the trailer before we get out of here. All right, guys. So like I said, remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question. And there's 10 correct answers, all different.